I mean, I really treat eating as like a self-care and self-love. That's the time that I get to nourish and reward myself with what I need so I can perform better. Parang ang perspective ko kasi sa katawan natin, parang siyang kotse, hindi ka makaka-accelerate ng bongga, makakatakbo ng bongga without putting fuel in it, right?
All right. Welcome to our The Playground PH podcast. And this is in collaboration with Mentora. This is the episode 6, and we are going to be talking about health systems for BC entrepreneurs, sustainable nutrition, and lifestyle strategies for people building their careers. And this episode is perfect for those juggling clients, deadlines, or BC business growth. This episode focuses on systems and not diets. So, what routines and structures help professionals stay healthy while scaling their careers? And we have a very special guest for today that will be helping us to talk about health systems for BC entrepreneurs. And I would like to welcome our guest for today, Mentor MR, and she's a registered nutritionist, dietitian, and lifestyle medicine practitioner, Mentor Mary Rose.
Hello everyone! So very timely ang ating topic
Yes.
because we're ending the year strong as 2025 and we're about to enter another fruitful and productive year ahead. So sa mga busy bee dyan, and I know we all are, especially Filipinos, right? Napaka-goal getters, kaya importante yung
Yes,
topic natin, building systems.
correct. And siguro by the time na marinig nila to, no, New Year na, right? So, gusto ko sanang tanungin din, what are you doing right now, Mentor MR?
Yes, so mga pinagkakabisihan natin ngayon. So of course, we do a lot of nutrition consultations and at the same time partnering with a lot of brands in terms of how to echo properly yung mga certain nutrients that can help improve the lifestyle of people, ganyan. And especially ngayon, marami ng mga misinformation about health. We are also getting more proactive right now in content creation
Yeah.
because that's where people are, right? And kaya napakagandang platform ng Mentora actually to echo our advocacy and also to showcase how can busy professionals and entrepreneurs get a lot of value in terms of making their businesses, no, and their careers even more productive.
Yes, and I'm actually excited for this episode kasi yan yung mga gusto ko ring topics eh.
Yes.
Kasi I've been talking about building careers, business, ganyan. But we haven't really talked about health naman. Which is, yun na actually number one na dapat alam din natin eh as someone na very busy sa pag-work. And I'm so glad that I'm here going to interview you about health. So, first, I'm gonna be asking you, bakit kayo mga freelancers and entrepreneurs need wellness systems just like business systems?
Yes, because number one, we play a lot of roles, right? Like for you, apart from being a businesswoman, you're also a mom.
Yeah.
So yung energy natin is really all around, right? You have to take care of yourself, you have to perform your role as a parent, right? And kung ano naman po yung profession or the entrepreneur that you are, very important yan because we always set a particular goal sa bawat area ng life natin. Okay, may it be in your business, career, or yeah, number one in health. However, yung minsan nakakalimutan nga natin because of yung pagka-busy natin, yung health natin, which is actually the foundation. So, we are all aware na kapag yung health natin fails, you cannot, alam mo yun, hindi ka makakapasok sa work mo, you cannot really perform. Lahat yan may deadlines, right? So, kung may goal yung business mo or yung hinihit mo dun sa, if you're on a freelance, I'm sure may mga deadlines sa inyo yung mga, diba, your bosses and all that. Our deadlines needs a certain level of energy. And before that, certain energy and yung pagkaroon ng sharp thinking be placed doon sa everyday activities natin. Vital talaga siya para mag-produce yung output.
Actually, dyan ako medyo guilty. Kasi at some point, na-neglect ko din yung health ko.
Mhm.
So kaya very eager ako na matuto sa'yo din
Yes. Mm-mm.
about wellness systems
Yes,
that
yes.
we could apply as busy mom and
Mm-mm,
entrepreneur.
mm-mm.
So, yun yung medyo curious ako. Paano kaya natin siya gagawin? What are the systems that we can do?
Okay, so first is we have to be aware first, nasan ba tayo as of the moment? So that's where proper assessment will come into place. All right? So kasi before tayo mag-create ng personalized system, depende sa klase ng lifestyle natin, we have to assess like from what time to what time ka ba gising, from what time to what time ba yung work mo and yung involvement mo sa, sa family mo, sa business mo, and ano ba yung estado ng health mo ngayon. So yun, just like what you said, depende yung the system depende dun sa goal mo. So kung weight loss yan, o tapos sasamahan natin na kailangan mag-normalize yung mga lab results and
Yeah.
all that. So, and dun papasok naman yung tamang recommendation. So first step would always be awareness and assessment.
Awareness.
Acknowledgement na may kailangan talagang
Denial pa eh.
improve. Yes, meron po kasi yung it's a
May
good thing, no?
denial
You
stage pa.
ask that. Meron tayong stages in terms of, setting our behavior. Because when you say a system, meron tayong mga behavior changes na gagawin dyan. So, you have to check, meron kasing tinatawag na mga pre-contemplation period or stage. So, this is the stage na totally hindi aware yung tao na meron pala akong kailangang baguhin. Okay. So, you have to check which stage you are in. Okay. Actually, sa mga workshop natin, incoming, no, ng Mentora, we will also be tackling that. So, contemplation stage is that I know na meron akong health challenge, pero hindi ko sure kung kakayanin ko. So that's where proper, having experts around you would come into place. And of course, the next step na dyan is yung action stage natin. So that's where the systems na will come into place. But then again, the systems really, no, etc., will not work unless ikaw mismo sa sarili mo may gusto kang aware ka na may gusto kang mabago,
Yeah.
and that you are equipped enough to deliver that particular goal. Okay, na kailangan ko palang mag-calorie deficit, kailangan ko palang mag-exercise. So, nandun na yun actually sa action stage. And then the system will actually just sustain the whole thing para hindi tayo dumaan sa tinatawag na relapse. Kasi yung iba nagtataka sila, noon, nag-start na ako mag-diet-diet Nag-lose ako na ng ganitong kilos. Nag-hire pa nga ako na ng coach. Kaya lang, yon. So, yung mga kaya lang, yung mga challenges along the way, if you have an accountability partner or a coach with you, dapat napag-usapan din doon.
Yeah.
Yes, na kapag na-anticipate mo na siya, and napag-usapan nyo na, sige, ilatag mo na lahat. Ano sa tingin mo, na kapag ginawa mo tong program na to, ano yung mga na-anticipate mo na challenges so that mapag-usapan na rin natin how you would overcome that. So kung kasama siya sa plan, kung kasama siya sa system, hindi ka na magkakaroon ng decision fatigue as to how you would overcome that challenge. Magiging matic na lang siya. Parang sa business, okay, pag nagkaroon tayo ng ganitong, yung mga standard operating procedures, right? If this problem comes into place, ito yung gagawin natin. Meron ka na agad pang counteract dun sa problema. There you go. So, awareness, what stage you are in, is very important. Kasi tama ka doon, Mentor Mary, merong iba na may denial, ganon, etc. But I think at some point in our life, talagang gigisingin tayo ng realidad.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it hits us through our personal experience, my health challenge personally. And I believe we all are. Ako rin naman. Nagkaroon ako ng health challenge talaga before. Like way back during my, elementary, high school, college days, I had severe allergic rhinitis. And that really gave me the sense of awareness na hindi porket bata ka, you wouldn't suffer from a certain health challenge. Isa kasi yun sa mga
Wala nang
misconception
pinipiling
no?
edad ngayon.
Yes. Ngayon mas matindi. Yung mga sakit na pang 40, 50, late 20s pa lang, 'di ba, na-experience na. So that created discomfort on my case. Like, grabe, hanggang ngayon, I can still clearly remember, hindi ako maka-perform ng maayos talaga sa exams ko. Like, I would have super stuffy nose. Ang sakit, ang very, talaga nun, uncomfortable. Yung masakit yung ulo mo. I mean, how can you endure a 1-hour exam? Minsan 100 plus items pa. How can you think well? 'Di ba? If, alam mo sa loob mo, you are very bothered, a lot of things going on. And really that awakened me to find a solution. How can I escape? from this suffering. So I believe lahat tayo nagkakaroon ng ganong challenge sa buhay natin. If hindi man kayo, at wag niyo na pong hintayin dumating yun sa buhay
Yeah,
nyo,
always, prevention
you
is
can you
always
can see
better.
the experiences of other
Yeah.
people. We can learn from them. Like on my case, no, what I have also shared from the previous podcast. Three of my first cousins kasi passed away at a very young age. So that also triggered me to learn and study about nutrition. Kasi 5 kaming magkakapatid Mentor Mary, and ayokong, like I had a cousin, 13 died of leukemia, 20 cardiac arrest, and 25 kidney failure. So sabi ko, ganun pala yung buhay. Parang bigla ka na lang isa-surprise na, hey, may ganito ka. And so you have to stop whatever you're doing and prioritize your health. And lalong maraming ganun sa ngayon. And sabi ko nga, kapag talaga masipag ka at goal-getter ka, you really need to find a way to really squeeze in yung, I mean, I know, I'm aware that it's really challenging.
Yeah.
Kasing challenging ng mga ginagawa natin, kung ano man yung goals na pinapursue mo sa business mo. It's equally challenging. But what's more challenging is that if you're the breadwinner of your family,
Yeah.
'di ba? And that income stream stops just because you have a health challenge to address, lalong magpapatong-patong ang stress. As in, I mean, grabe, I have a lot of patients talagang, alam mo yon, ganun talaga yung nangyayari. Kaya, yun yung goal natin dito, guys. Stay tuned.
Alright. And medyo nakarelate ako dun kasi siguro naman lahat tayo dumaan sa ganong point na we get to witness a life-changing or eye-opener
Yes.
experiences ng ibang tao, which made us decide to prioritize our health. Right? So, kaya, for me, important din tong episode na to is because ako rin, I am experiencing health challenges. And dumating din ako sa point na naisip ko na gusto ko pang makaabot ng hanggang, alam mo yun, magkaroon ako ng
Kita mo yung apo ng mga anak
grandchildren.
ko.
Oo, mga ganon. So,
Yes.
and then at this very young age, just may nafe-feel na akong something. So, paano pa ako makakadating sa ganong point? So, I was diagnosed 3 years ago with polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, hindi ko alam kung bakit parang naging trend ngayon yung
Actually,
PCOS.
yes.
Right? Before, hindi mo naman siya maririnig, pero all of a sudden, siguro nung nag-start yung pandemic with all of the lifestyle changes, parang palagi ko naririnig yung mga friends ko or other people that they also have PCOS. So, and matagal din ako naging denial dun sa stage na yun na, baka ano lang siya yung kailangan ko lang din ayusin yung lifestyle ko or ganyan. Pero marami pang ibang factors
That's
na
it.
kailangan gawin
Exactly.
para ma-address yun.
Oo.
And as far as I know, right now, PCOS is, wala pa siyang cure. All you can do is to just manage it. So, kaya until dumating yung time na nag-decide na ako na I have to do something about my health. And number one challenge talaga dyan is to lose weight. Kasi yun yung number one na isa sa mga symptoms din.
Yes.
Is kapag nahihirapan kang, pag may imbalance sa hormones mo. So, kasama na dyan yung nahirapan ka din sa diet mo. So, isa yun sa mga number one challenge ko all throughout these years na neglect ko kasi at the very, very young age, mahilig talaga akong kumain. Right?
Lahat naman tayo. Sino
Oo,
bang
diba?
hindi?
So,
We
pero
all are.
napansin ko nga nung simula, nung hindi pa ako diagnosed no, talagang tumaas significantly yung weight ko. Siguro factor na din na I'm a new mom and then nagbago na rin yung lifestyle
And we're all aging.
and we're aging.
Yung metabolism talaga natin, by default, it really slows down.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
So, ayun. And then until I finally decided to go to my doctor to talk about it. And then, ayun, kaya nalaman ko na, meron palang ganong PCOS. Akala ko ano lang siya. So, and napakahirap. Kasi,
congratulations.
Yeah.
Kasi you have passed the pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, yung third din pala nun. Fourth is the action stage.
lalo kasi hindi ko alam before, I thought na napakahirap kasing hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit ako may mood swings or iba-iba yung madali ako ma-irritate. Minsan,
Yes.
mabilis ako mapaiyak. Mga ganun. Hindi ko alam na ano pala ako, meron na pala akong PCOS.
Hormonal related na
Yes,
pala, no?
hormonal related.
Physiological. Hindi lang siya
Yes.
dahil nagdadrama tayo. Kasi bawal daw yun sa business, eh, diba? Magdrama.
Yes, and then nag-diet din naman ako, pero ayun nga, nag-relapse. So parang ang hirap i-manage talaga, ang hirap i-balance until nga kailangan ng medical attention
Yes.
or help from the professionals
Para mas
ma-address.
maintindihan nila
Yes,
din
oo. Kasi nga
yung
hindi
mga
ko nga siya
bagay-bagay.
naintindihan
Yeah.
before. So, ayun, let's talk about since for early stage entrepreneurs, ano kaya yung number one root cause of burnout?
Yes, actually there are a lot. That's where proper assessment then comes into place. Okay, so during the lifestyle assessment, nakikita natin yan. Number one would be chronic stress paired with poor recovery habits.
Yan. Okay,
Yes.
sige. I wanna
So,
know more about
chronic
that.
stress, ibig sabihin, alam mo yon, let's say, araw-araw kang puyat straight for 1 week and then sasabihin mo na babawiin mo siya dun sa second week. Okay, let's say, sige, okay lang kahit first week ng ganitong month, 3 to 4 hours lang yung tulog ko. Total naman, pagdating ng second to third week or so, mas wala na akong gagawin yan, doon na lang ako magpapahinga or babawi. So there's no such thing kasi as like babawi ng tulog. Hindi ka.
Walang
actu-
ganon,
yes,
yung
yes.
plus
It's actually a
minus.
misconception, right? Kung alam mo na alanganin talaga yung tulog mo, like sleep kasi talaga is very crucial. It's one of the 6 pillars of wellness. Hindi mo man actually ma-perfect yung pillars of wellness, which we can dig in deeper later. No, meron kang kailangan. You really have to choose what one thing that you really have to strengthen, while at the same time, kung nako-compromise man yung isa, you really have to mindfully strengthen that particular area. So, yun, number one is sleep. Kapag kulang yung sleep mo, ang daming nadadamay. One of which is your immune system, right? Pag less than 6 hours sleep, that's one, immune system. Number two is yung hormones mo related to hunger, which is the leptin and ghrelin. Hindi proper talaga yung communication nila.
So, puyat sila.
Yes. Oo, medyo parang hindi sila nakapag-rest ng maayos. At syempre, kailangan ng repair and recovery. So kung nagamit mo yung katawan mo throughout the day and yet you don't have proper sleep pa, so paano, 'di ba? Yung repair and recovery. Yung mga machines nga pinagpapahinga natin, nagta-turn off sila, nagsha-shutdown sila. So dapat yung katawan din talaga natin. Right? So, what you have to do is to establish a proper sleeping pattern talaga na consistent. So, let's say kung kailangan mong gising ng hanggang 12 to 7, and then just be consistent on that. Huwag nang yung paiba-iba. Kasi doon nagkakaroon ng nalilito tuloy yung
May
katawan mo.
disruptions,
Yes, yes. And next would be yan, irregular meals naman. So, usually, iba-iba yung meal time ng pagkain,
Ayan.
right? So, ang nangyayari is parang nalalaro, nagiging roller coaster ride yung blood sugar levels natin. Okay, so may iba, hindi magbe-breakfast, hindi magbe-breakfast. That's one thing. So, I know, nangyayari din talaga siya, but it's one thing na kailangan din natin siyang, again, mindfully na isama sa sistema natin.
Kailangan
If
ma-break
not,
yung pattern na.
na paiba-ibang time. Nalilito din kasi yung katawan natin dyan. Bawat ano kasi guys, ginagawa natin sa katawan natin, may it be na in-ingest natin or habit, it sends a certain level of information to our cells. Because our cells kasi they have their own language. And whatever we put into our system, may it be by action or by ingestion, binabasa niyan. Okay, itong katawang to, 7 hours of sleep siya today, tapos no, puro nutrient dense yung kinain niya. Tapos by the following week, sunod-sunod fast food, parang nalilito siya. Ito bang owner ng katawan na to? Gusto ba talaga nito kung humaba yung buhay? Or ano na lang, bahala na lang din. Hindi ko na, pag may pumasok na bacteria at virus dito, hindi ko na lang paglalaban tong katawan na to. Total naman, di niya rin inaalagaan yung sarili niya. Parang ganon. They're like communicating. It reads our intention. So whenever we feed our body mindfully with what it needs in particular, then pinapaglaban din niya tayo. Actually, kaya nangyayari din yung mga autoimmune disease. Yeah. 'Di ba supposedly, by default, your immune system is protecting you.
Yeah.
Ang nangyayari, kinakalaban ka niya. Oo. Kasi nga, nalito na siya over time. Parang nababaliw na. Ganon. Ano bang talagang gustong mangyayari itong katawan na to? It's like that. So, the information is nagkakaroon ng mga miscommunication na inside.
So kaya kailangan you have to stick to a certain pattern every day. And
Yes.
then,
And the right habits, of course.
ayan. Ang dami kong guilt na nafe-feel ngayon. Kasi ako, minsan talaga hindi na ako nakakapag-breakfast. Tapos kinabukasan, iba na yung eating schedule ko. So, kaya pala, nahihirapan din na,
And yung tamang boundaries din.
yeah.
Like, syempre, lahat ng ginagawa natin, lalo na if you're the head of your company, if you're the, think tank of your CEO or whatnot, yung mental health din kasi natin, nandyan, mental overload, plus the physical exhaustion. Yung iba, nagtataka sila, hindi naman sila masyadong gumagalaw all throughout, pero dahil gamit na gamit nila yung brain cells nila, which is, syempre, diba? Kaya yung brain natin, yeah, dapat hindi talaga tayo pwedeng walang carbohydrate. Okay, because glucose is the immediate energy source of our brain. But it has to be complex carbohydrates. Para you wouldn't just benefit from the glucose, meron ka ring fiber which benefits your heart and your gut health. Yun
Oh,
siya.
that's good. Actually, gusto ko rin i-highlight yung nabanggit mo earlier about sleep. So parang we have to put as much attention then sa sleep versus yung attention natin na all throughout the day we were very productive. But we have to also put enough attention din sa downtime natin sa sleep.
Kala kasi nung iba parang sayang sa oras pag nagpahinga. May iba
Yeah.
kasing ganong conscious, perspective. But no, you're actually having more productivity throughout the day if you're well rested.
For busy business owners like me, what would you advise or what could we eat during heavy workload weeks or kapag may mga back-to-back meetings, ganyan. Kasi ako talaga hindi ko maiwasan na pag may back-to-back meetings with clients, ganyan. So, talagang nakakaligtaan ko ng kumain or ano-ano kaya yung pwede nating maging strategy for
Yes.
that.
So, for me, what works for me, and most of my clients also, kasi 'di ba yung calendar mo na yan, alam mo naman na yan kung somehow ano yung mangyayari for the week. So inuupuan ko talaga siya. Like I would make sure sa buong linggo na to wala akong in between na mag-grocery pa or what not. Depende na lang din kung merong meeting akong kailangan kumain sa labas. But kahit papaano, depende dun sa mga pupuntahan kong lugar. I would know kung merong chance na makakapagbaon ka, go ahead, magbaon ka. Pero may mga meetings din kasi na syempre baka mapanis lang yung babaunin mo. So you might as well like eat out, 'di ba? Pero yung eat out na rin yun, yung mga meeting places ko din kasi, kung hindi man yung client yung mag-set, mostly ako talaga yung nagsiset. And yung mga meeting places na yon, I also make sure na meron akong kakaining maayos
So,
doon.
nagpa-plan ahead ka na, let's
Yes,
say, sa
you really need to sit down. And kung ayaw mo siyang isipin sa buong araw na magiging bothering pa sa'yo, isipin mo na, let's say, what is 1 to 2 hours on a Sunday? Tapos, it's either magbi-meal prep ka ba? Or kung kakain ka sa labas, anong mga location yon at tingnan mo, actually lagi ako nagtitingin ng menu before I go to a particular restaurant na hindi ko pa napupuntahan. And then I check there kung meron silang mga luto na hindi masyadong fried. Yun lang naman yun usually. Tapos, balance, may ulam, may protein, ganon. Kung coffee shop yan, depende rin sa oras ng ng time of meeting. But, yun, as much as possible, there is protein, there is fiber, yung ganon. Hindi yung parang puro pizza, burger, at soft drinks lang yung available. So usually hindi ako dun sa mga ganong eating places, ganyan. Tapos yung mga snack, usually nagbabaon ako ng mga maliliit na ganon. So usually it's either madali lang naman siyang gawin. Mga granola balls. So it's just a mix of rolled oats, peanut butter, lagyan mo ng konting honey, and then konting dried fruits, and then mga nuts. Yan. So on the go, ano mo siya. Kasi mataas yung energy, ng pag pinagsama mo yung
Oo
peanut
nga.
butter at
Yeah.
So it gives you like a quick energy source. Hindi ka din madaling magutom because it has fiber. Minsan nilalagyan ko rin sa chia seeds, so protein yun. Anything that has protein and fiber, may it be meal or snack, hindi ka madaling magugutom. So you can think well, mga ganyan. So mga
That's
in-between snacks.
also like me, I schedule my whole week. So kailangan pala kasama sa plano
Oo.
yung oras ng pagkain mo and then the options ng food. So, kailangan kasama siya sa schedule.
Sa schedule.
Yan actually ang naninig na nakakalimutan ko. Kasi nga sobrang focused ka sa delivery ng service mo. Tapos sunod-sunod yung schedule mo sa calendar and hindi ko na namamalayan na yung oras na pagkain is na occupy siya ng meetings. So kaya I have to stick with really parang gawin kong non-negotiable na kailangan
Yes.
ganitong oras kumakain na ako.
Tsaka quick lang naman. I mean, for ako, even yung time ng pagkain ko, average 15 to 20 minutes. Matagal na ngayon. I can eat calmly and well, hindi ka madali. Yun din kasi, ayoko nang nagmamadaling kumain. I mean, I really treat eating as like a self-care and self-love. That's the time that I get to nourish and reward myself with what I need so I can perform better. Parang ang perspective ko kasi sa katawan natin, parang siyang kotse, hindi ka makaka-accelerate ng bongga, makakatakbo ng bongga without putting fuel in it, right? So, yun din yung parang feeling ko hindi ako nakaka-perform ng maayos kapag hindi muna ako nag-i-input para may tamang output. Yun yung mindset ko for that. You need quality input for you to have quality output in
I love
whatever
that.
you do.
Tama. Tsaka yung parang you have to really prioritize yung options para you can perform better. Parang gusto ko yung sinabi mo kanina na sabi mo na eating healthy is a form of self-care and self-love. Right? Kasi, ayun nga, kapag talaga sobrang busy natin, minsan magsasettle na lang tayo kung anong available.
Yes.
At kung ano yung convenient and
Yeah.
fast.
Kapag hindi siya pinag-isipan at hindi planado, ganun po talaga yung nangyayari. I've been there and I feel so guilty and hindi ako masyadong happy. Talagang kapag minsan mga biglaang, halimbawa, still it happens naman from time to time. I'm not saying na sobrang perfect ko siya nagagawa. There are still cases na like whenever I'm in Manila, hindi rin kasi like sobrang fully equipped yung kitchen ko doon sa Makati. Kaya yun, usually kapag sobrang late na natatapos, ng mga ganap, 'di ba? And minsan ginugutom tayo ng 10, 11 and alam mo 'yun, may mga so mag-drive-thru ka na lang. Wala, alam mo 'yun, hindi talaga ako sobrang happy kapag whenever I
May
do
mga
that.
moments kasi na spontaneous, right? So how can we recover from that? Paano tayo makakabawi naman?
The next day, so ano ka na, like for example, that's a good paano yung sa food, like sa bahay, there are also cases na ngayon we are really consciously having yung yung sa red meat nga. Talagang inaano ko siya sa bahay. Nag-create pa ako ng doon, ng parang calendar setup na kapag nag-red meat tayo, you have to put sa particular day na to. Para kita natin sa week na to. Kasi minsan, si mommy, sabi ko, uy, ang dalis-dalas na natin nagpo-pork ka. Hindi, minsan lang. Alam mo yun, minsan kasi you can just say it casually na, minsan lang naman. Pero gaano kadalas ang
Hindi mo na
minsan?
na-track ng
Hindi
maayos.
na-track. So ngayon, naglagay na talaga ako doon. Iba talaga kapag gina-journal. So journaling really is the key. And you really have to verbalize it. For you to maalala mo siya, when is the last time you actually ate that? Like, for example, no, pagdating sa sweets, sabi mo nga, how can you recover? For example, kung sa morning, katulad kanina, nag-celebration si ate. So, syempre may cake, may desserts.
Yeah.
So, sabihin ko na sarili ko, okay, nag-cake ako ngayon with, ano lang naman siya, tikim lang, no? Kasi may baklava din akong tinikman. So, hindi ako pwedeng mag-full slice of cake because I had that baklava. So, yung ganun, kinakausap mo rin yung sarili mo. And then, ang tanong, kung aalokin ba ako ng kapatid ko na mahilig mag-matcha milk tea, would I say yes? Definitely hindi na. For today. Kasi, yung 25 grams na sugar, added actually, sugar, na approximately, I'm sure na-hit ko na siya kanina nung nag-dessert ako. So having that, nire-remind mo yung sarili mo sa ganun. Kasi kung lahat, G ka ng G, yes ka ng yes, sa lahat ng mag-go sa'yo, di parang doon nangyayari yung challenge. So, when would I have kung gusto ko man mag-milk tea? Probably the next day or the next 2 days. Parang
So
ganun
dapat
siya.
parang i-educate mo rin yung sarili mo na, dapat alam mo yung limits.
Yeah, the limit. Hindi naman natin sinasabi na you totally avoid all of these, the
Yeah.
sweets, the fried and all. No, we're not saying that. You can, ang tinatawag natin dito is add more nutrients in what you're eating, or like yon, kung magde-dessert ka, eat it last para kahit papaano hindi affected yung blood sugar levels mo. Don't eat like donuts as merienda. Okay? So ideally, if you would want a bite of that, you would eat it at the end of the meal para hindi ka masyadong makarami. Kasi ang goal lang naman sa mga desserts, di ba?
So, may
For yun,
strategy din talaga.
yes, may strategy talaga para less yung negative impact nun sa health mo. Kasi we all know by default, lahat yan, it would cause inflammation. But at the end of the day, the question na lang would be, how would you regulate it? How would you manage it in such a way that there is pleasure without destroying whatever is inside? That's the goal actually. That's where proper hacks and system will come into place. Kasi happy ka pa din, pero meron kang peace of mind, which is very important.
Tsaka happy ka dapat.
Yeah. May happiness ka, pleasure na enjoy at the moment. But you know, long term, na pagdating mo ng 40, 50, wala kang iniipong, alam mo yon na something na kasi yun yung nangyayari ngayon eh, 'di ba? Kapag hindi talaga sila ganun ka-conscious, dun lahat lumalabas kasi nagpa-pile up lahat ng negative unhealthy
So, parang hindi mo pa
behaviors.
siya na-feel ngayon. Pero
Yes.
in the long term.
Yes, yun ang kailangan nating i-avoid. That's why proper yung systems and management ng mga ganung bagay, the boundaries and the limits you said are very crucial.
That's right. So, ito naman, when it comes to being concerned, let's say about lab results, what numbers matter most for professionals like me?
Okay. Actually, ideally, ay 18 and above, no? Pero meron na rin namang mga bata, lalo na pag may signs and symptoms. Well, sige, focus tayo, professionals. Right. Nandun na yung lipid profile. Okay, so your cholesterol,
Ayan.
yung triglyceride, total
Taas.
cholesterol. Kasi, di ba, nung mga during college days tayo, before tayo naging professionals that we are right now, marami tayong mga moments dyan na madalas talaga tayo mag-fast food, ultra-processed
Yeah.
food. Guilty rin ako dyan because at the end of the day, convenience, yung tipong maitawid mo lang yung gutom mo. May mga ganong days talaga. Right? Hindi pa rin ako ganun ka super fully aware and proactive sa long-term, alam mo yun, health impact. So ngayon, mas proactive na tayo. Ibang level talaga. Your cholesterol. Next is your sugar. FBS, HbA1c. That's magkaiba po ha. Yung FBS kasi, pwede mo pang somehow, halimbawa, kung alam mo na magla-laboratory ka the next day, hindi ka lang, medyo ayusin mo lang yung huwag ka lang masyadong kumain ng sweets in 1 to 2 days. Pwede mag-normalize yung FBS mo your fasting blood sugar. But your HbA1c, that's glycosylated hemoglobin, yan yung pattern ng sugar levels mo for the past 3 months. So, hindi talaga madadaya yon. That's why, if you really want to check kung diabetic or whatnot, but usually your endo naman would know that. Lalo na kung medyo, yun nga, hindi maganda yung FBS mo, i-request na rin naman nila yung HbA1c. Abdominal ultrasound is very important as well kasi dyan natin makikita kung may mga fatty liver, alam mo yon, may mga kidney, etc. Tapos kung medyo may mga makita dyan sa problem sa abdominal ultrasound, to follow naman yung iba pa yung mas comprehensive, like mga CT scan, etc. Depende. But again, bakit tayo nagpapalabs? The purpose of that, ang goal natin, ideally, would be prevention. Hindi yung kung kailan po may nararamdaman na tayo, which is ganun nga usually nangyayari, which we don't want to happen. Tsaka, so again, definition po ng signs and symptoms, these are late manifestation of a certain disease or illness. Ibig sabihin, before mo pa naramdaman yung sakit sa banda dito, banda dyan, there's a lot already happening inside na nane-neglect mo. Akala lang natin is, mawawala din yan. Titulog ko lang yan, etc. something. But the more actually you do that, the more possibly that the certain health condition may worsen. Kaya, I hope, that at least kung wala pa kayong nararamdaman anything, that's good. At least once or twice a year, magpa-labs po tayo. Yung basic, right? And then, actually, that's where biochemical assessment would fall in, the laboratory. Ang kailangan din i-check ng iba is the anthropometric assessment. Anthropometric assessment, that includes not just your weight, but also your body fat, muscle mass. Kasi may mga cases, Mentor Mary, na normal yung most of their lab results, but their body composition is not. So, akala lang nila, okay, wow, celebrate tayo. Normal ako lahat sa lab results ko. However, they have high, visceral fat. For at present. So, pwedeng in the next 3 to 4 months, 2 to 3 months or so, tumaas-taas din yung mga cholesterol nila dyan. So that's why ABCD, may tinatawag tayo. ABCD of nutritional assessment. A for anthropometric, B for biochemical, C clinical, signs and symptoms. Like nararamdaman mo yung iba, hindi nila nararamdaman pero nakikita ko sa'yo. That's the symptoms naman. Fourth is dietary assessment. So yun doon naman sa kinakain. So may iba, sobrang perfect din sa tatlong to. Maganda yung body composition, maganda yung labs, and then the signs and symptoms. Pero pag-assess mo ng mga kinakain niya as of the moment, parang papunta doon sa, not yung resulta ng A and B niya, pwedeng in 2 to 3 months, hindi rin maging maganda. Kaya dapat ideally yung apat actually, yung chinecheck.
So how often do we need to check that?
Well, the biochem, again, can be 1 to 2 months. One to twice a year. And then the anthropometric can be at least every month is fine. For you just to check your body fat, your muscle mass kasi yun eh. Tsaka somehow dun ka rin nakakita ng progress. Progress ba? Or medyo ganyan lang ba? Nagpa-plateau ba? Ganyan. Depende rin sa goal ng tao. It can be 2 times in a month or so. Okay? Lalo na kung meron talagang sobrang hinihit, like may mga wedding month, yan. Usually may mga bride kasi akong clients. So, parang, sila, ano kayang ko, very concerned. So, usually, halos every week nga sila minsan mag-check. Pero, I advise them not to do so, lalo na kapag sa first 2 to 3 months ng program. Yun. And then, yeah, dietary, depende sa consult schedule mo with your, sa consultant, nutritionist, ganyan.
All right. And then we have a question here. How do we prevent lifestyle diseases while working long hours?
Okay, comprehensive na sagot yan. How do we prevent lifestyle diseases while working long hours? So let's define po yung mga lifestyle diseases natin. Of course, that includes diabetes, cancer, heart disease. Yung number 1 ngayon, of course, related siya sa heart. No, so lifestyle diseases meaning it's caused by poor lifestyle habits, and the solution as well would be that. Di ba? So, tricky, no? Yun ang naging problema. Tapos yun din ang magiging solusyon.
Yeah. Parang
Yeah.
sa lifestyle mo.
Multifactorial po yung problema, yung cause. So you would also treat it also as multifactorial. And you should have also proper expectations. Hindi mo overnight nakuha yung mga sakit na yan. So don't also expect po na overnight din tayo magkakaroon ng results. You should also be patient in the progress. So long as you stick in the habits, strategy, system na napag-usapan, then, sabi nga, like sa first 1 to 2 months, minsan hindi yung numbers yung nagmamatter eh. The feeling muna. Like, nagkaroon ka ng better quality of sleep, you had a better energy, hindi ka masyadong sluggish, yung mga ganong maliliit na bagay, that's are already good wins. So, how do we address that? Okay, balik tayo, sinabi natin kanina, proper assessment. And then, with proper assessment comes personalized recommendation. So, that's also where Mentora will come in. Makakatulong po. No? And then, you really have to track your progress because what gets monitored, hindi talaga siya, wala tayong mapupuntahan kapag ganon. Proper monitoring and evaluation. Proper expectations, yan. Yan yung mga bagay-bagay. And dyan papasok, Mentor Mary, yung 6 pillars of wellness. Okay. So, number 1 would always be nutrition. Pag sinabi nating nutrition sa panahon ngayon, ngayon kasi, whatever we say, of course, is always backed up by science. So, alin ba yung may clinical studies, etc. Lifestyle medicine, it started actually in US kasi sila yung very, dyan, di ba? Marami silang pang-fund ng mga researches. Okay? So, and then it was adopted here in the Philippines by Philippine College of Lifestyle Medicine. So, these are community of physicians, allied health, and other health coaches who acknowledges na yes, hindi may pag-asa na pwede tayong hindi gamot lang forever. That sinasabi na rin naman noon ng mga doctor from time to time yung lifestyle, but not as detailed na meron na nga rin ngayon. Dahil nga marami na rin silang nakikitang mga evidence-based studies. So talagang yung whole food plant-based diet, yun talaga yung right now, no, na maraming results in just 2 to 3 months, madaling makapag-normalize ng lab results, etc. So it's primarily focusing, when you say plant-based, nandun yung mga presence ng tofu, legumes, beans, munggo, ganyan. Paggamit ng garbanzos. Kanina lang nag-hummus kami. Sarap. Sarap na siya. It's really good. Tapos, di ba usually yung munggo, common naman sa atin yung mga Pilipino. Pero
Yeah.
bakit napapagkamalan na nagkakos daw ng mga uric,
Oo, yun
ganyan.
nga.
So it's more of yung kahalo po ng munggo, yung pork, yun na nilalagay natin doon, yung chicharon. Okay? So, munggo itself is not really the culprit, but the ingredients that we mix into it. Yun. So, over time, you can actually transition. So, yung plate natin, okay, ideally, 1/4 of that would be your complex carbs. Carbs is not bad so long as it is rich in fiber, meaning brown rice instead of white rice, wheat bread versus
White.
wheat bread versus white bread, yeah. And also, as much as possible, less yung mga pastries, mga ganon. Simple shift substitutions.
Options,
Oo. Small changes every day. Mukhang napakasimple, pero everyday mo kasi siyang ginagawa. So, nagko-compound yung habits.
Lalo pa tayong mahilig
And the
talaga tayo
results.
sa white rice.
Yes, oo. So what we do, yung mga hindi nila kaya yung yung brown rice, I suggest yung white rice, sinahaluan nila ng quinoa, tricolor quinoa. So like for example, for every 2 cups of white rice, you have 1 cup of quinoa for more fiber and protein. Yun siya. So good for the heart, for the gut, protein, muscle mass, kasi yung nagde-decrease yung muscle mass natin as we age. Okay? Common din yan sa mga lifestyle diseases. Nagde-decrease din dyan yung muscle mass. And actually, mas prolonged yung stay nyo guys sa hospital and recovery if you have poor and low muscle mass. Yun eh. Kaya challenge yun ng aging people. Take note, we have what we call sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss. By default, nade-decrease na talaga yung muscle loss natin. Lalo na kapag hindi ka aware sa protein mo and hindi ka pa nagwe-weight and resistance training, because that's the only way you can really maintain or increase your muscle mass. Having the right protein intake, which is most of us kinukulang, kahit na feeling mo kumakain ka ng carne every meal. But the question is it really what you need? Ganyan. Maraming, actually ako below talaga, hindi ko, before kasi hindi rin ako masyado nagko-compute, pero sabi ko, shucks, konti ko pa pala mag-ulam, ganyan, ng protein ko. That's why I also find way how to incorporate protein in my grains, not just in my protein. Okay? That's why I also have chia and quinoa as in everyday na. And then, the muscle mass, no? So that's important not just for strength and mobility, which is important as we age, but at the same time, yung kapag nagkakaroon nga tayo ng moments na nagsistay sa hospital, lalo na sa may mga lifestyle diseases, that's very important. Yeah, nutrition. And then, first pa lang tayo, no? Sorry. And then second, exercise, definitely. So at least, paano mo masasabi pag nag-exercise ka? At least 150 minutes po per week. Pwede siya i-spread. So kung 150 minutes siya per week, pwedeng 30 minutes per day, 5 times a week. So add-on po siya. Hindi siya yung expenditure kasi ng energy natin, by default, is bukod pa po ko, yung iba sinasabi nila, grabe, buong araw nga akong naglilinis na sa bahay, akyat panaog daw sila sa So feeling nila, yung physical activity nila, is yun na yun. Hindi kasi because, yun na yung ginagawa mo by default every day eh. Same level of, the energy expended, etc. Pag sinabi mo kasing physical activity, dapat nag-i-increase din yung, niyan, is either yung duration or kung sa weights, yung bigat din, nag-i-increase din siya. So that's how you call it. And then, of course, sleep, ideally 7 to 8 hours, mga ganyan. Every day. And then, stress management. Syempre, may iba't iba tayong way how to do stress management. No? It can be a pause during your work. Mag-deep breathing ka lang dyan sa labas. Or say,
Paano kung ang stress management, binge eating?
well, that's where also, dun ka magtitweak sa nutrition mo. Natitweak kasi yung binge eating eh. You can also check on, again, may kinalaman din doon yung the right fiber and protein intake. Hindi kasi magbi-binge eat ang isang taong busog or sustained for a long period of time. And that is related to protein, fiber, and hydration. And proper sleep. Yeah.
Yes.
So tahi-tahiyan sila actually.
Oo nga.
Kapag yung isa medyo may hindi ka nagawang tama, it can affect the
others.
productive, yes, kung gaano mo mapaperform yung isang pillar. It's a good thing, no? Stress management. And kung magbi-binge ka, well, so long as nandun ka pa rin sa limit mo, pwede naman. 'Di ba? Like, gusto mo a slice of pizza, why not? O, ganon. If ganun na nagpapahappy sa tao. But not again, yung super naman na indulge. No? Because may mga goals tayo na kailangan sa normal lab results, etc.
Yes.
What else? Social, stress management, nutrition, exercise, stress management, yung sleep. Okay, nabanggit na natin. And then, positive social connection. That's why makakatulong yung inner circle, di ba? The Mentora Inner Circle. You can be part of the wait list. Click on the link below, somewhere, share natin, no? Maganda talaga, you have the right community and environment where you can grow with because that is important naman for your mental health.
Mental health.
Yes, okay. And lastly is avoidance of risky substances like alcohol, cigarettes, and even vaping, mga ganyan. So, ideally, ito talaga yung anim na, kumbaga checklist natin every day. How are we doing in terms of this 6 pillars of health para ma-address natin yung lifestyle diseases?
All right. And then, when it comes to food and routines, so ano yung mga food and routines that support mental clarity? Let's say for freelancers and
Okay.
agency owners. Ano yung, kasi kapag talagang agency owner ka like me, yung stress level talaga is hindi mo na ma-measure sa sobrang taas. So what could be the kind of support that we can
Support.
have?
Okay. So, that includes, in terms of nutrition, I think your workspace, kasi 'di ba kung ano yung lagi natin nakikita, yun yung lagi mo ding kukuhanin.
Yeah.
Or, grab something, right? If you'll snack on, kung ang nakalagay dito is like, puro chips, etc., then yun yung what you can easily get because go tayo sa convenience. So, as simple as having a jar of nuts, mixed nuts, cashews, walnuts, mga ganyan, handy. Okay, and making all things visible. Yung sinabi ni James Clear sa Atomic Habits that yung may mga cues ka around. Like for example, sa bahay namin, even yung dumbbells, no, I make it always visible para hindi siya parang nakatago sa cabinet, sa drawer, ganyan. So, visibility is very important.
So kapag halimbawa, sanay ako na meron akong stock ng mga chips dyan. So gagawin ko,
Sa cabinet po yun.
alisin ko na siya. Ang ipapalit ko yung ano na
Yeah, the bowl
healthy.
of nuts,
Oo,
yung
para
mga
wala na
ganon.
akong choice na kapag nagutom ako,
Grab mo na
nandyan
yon.
na yung ano. yun na lang.
Yes.
So para right din yung intake ko.
Prepared na siya. Like, usually, I also prepare things ahead of time. Chia pudding, like, sa gabi, or like, for example, kung alam mo sa breakfast, or sa umaga, talagang maaga kang aalis, on the go, ganyan. So, in 5 to 10 minutes, soy milk, chia, oats, yun na yun. Tapos, the next day, haluan ko na lang siya ng Nutri-Meal, which is for more protein. Tapos, dun ko na ina-add yung fresh fruits and nuts. Mabilisan lang. So, yun, ganun siya. You really have to, parang be intentional sa mga ganung bagay. Yes, it is quick, but nourishing at the same time. Yung mga ganong hacks. Pwede ka rin mag-half cook ng mga ulam-ulam para medyo i-reheat mo na lang siya ng konti. Okay din yon. Like mga frozen na mga ulam. Tapos ima-microwave mo na lang.
Nagiging trend nga yan nowadays. Yung mga nakikita natin
Yung meal prep
content
ahead,
sa,
it's okay.
Ano. Kasi yung husband ko,
Freezing is a good preservation technique that also preserves nutrients. Yeah. So I also buy frozen. Mahilig ako sa mga frozen and then fruits kasi even though malapit kami sa public market, may mga hilig ko kasi mga berries, strawberries, ganyan. Kung bibilin mo siya sa can, syempre may syrup yon. Kaya I buy frozen.
so yung mga frozen, let's say frozen vegetable.
Okay
So
yun.
it's as good as the fresh
Yes,
ones.
okay lang siya. Yes.
Oh.
Nape-preserve pa rin po yung nutrients doon. Yes.
So kung halimbawa wala tayong option na fresh, at least
exactly.
meron tayong stock sa fridge
Right.
na frozen.
Sa good hack, freezing, naka-frozen na mga food.
Okay, that's good. And then, kaya very important talaga yung meron nag-a-advise sa atin ng mga right options, techniques, and strategy, or ano ba yung mga right substitute.
Yes, yes.
So, important din talaga yung merong
Though except
guidance.
ultra-processed ha. Kasi frozen din yun. Baka mamaya sabihin yung lahat ng makikita natin sa chest
Ano ba
freezer.
mga healthy na frozen yung
Yung sa mga
kailangan?
gulay-gulay and fruits, fresh, frozen veg or fruits, kung ayaw nyo ng paulit-ulit na namamalengke, kung gusto mo sa in 1 to 2 weeks, hindi ka mamamalengke nang pupunta ka sa palengke, ganyan, it will take like an hour or so of your time, magpa-park ka pa, etc. Kung gusto mo ma-eliminate na yun or once a week mo lang siyang gagawin, then you can go for frozen things. Pero kung kaya naman, in between, may fresh, why not then?
Yeah.
Iba
So,
pa rin
yung
naman.
ginagawa ng iba din, nagmi-meal prep na sila for the whole week. Halimbawa, nagplan na sila ng ulam for the whole week and then lulutuin na nila and then ipo-portion
Portion.
portion.
Yeah, good din yun. It's a good strategy as well. Good din yun.
Okay, good. And then next question.
Inuuna.
Etong, sige. Inom ka muna. So, next question, how do you handle health setbacks without disrupting your work momentum?
Health setbacks. How do you address that? In
Pero
particular,
yung halimbawa, how do you handle your health without disrupting work momentum? Kasi do you have to pause to really focus on your health or paano mo siya mapapagsabay?
I think scheduling talaga. Kasi yun eh. So kasi kung naka-schedule siya, ipa-follow mo lang talaga yung schedule. I think that's really what's happening. Like, for example, in exercising, ganun na lang kasimple. 'Di ba? Number one, I had, nag-subscribe din kasi ako sa gym para
Ako
mas
din,
ma-push tayo.
recently.
'Di ba? The right environment, sabi nga, if though kaya ko naman home workout. Though, iba din kasi kapag alam mong may mga taong mas masipag or mas, alam mo yun, sabi nga nila, kung meron kang gustong i-elevate dun sa mga ginagawa mo, you have to surround with people who are doing
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than you would like to do. Parang ganyan. So, I have good friends kasi
Para
sa gym na,
ma-influence ka.
yes, super sipag, iba yung level of energy nila, ganyan, ganyan. Plus, syempre, bayad mo yun. So, you would
Of
not like na
course. Oo.
masayang siya. That's one. So, I really have to schedule it. And thinking na ginagawa mo siya with may impact talaga sa siya short term and long term. If malinaw talaga sa'yo the why and what you do, I think regardless of the challenge naman. Tsaka hinahanap ko rin kasi yung gaan ng katawan talaga. Sometimes kasi people are looking pa for motivation. Ako, iba yung energy ko ngayon. I don't feel like, yung ganon. I don't feel like working out. Parang hindi ko feel kasi umuulan, medyo gloomy and all, ganyan. Sabi nga nila, you don't find the motivation before you do. You have to look forward into something. The feeling na, halimbawa, pag nag-toothbrush ka, di ba yung feeling is fresh, cool yung pakiramdam sa bibig. So, ganun din daw dapat yung iisipin mo. What is it that you are looking forward to have if you do that particular action or habit? So, ako, ang lagi kong nire-remind sa sarili ko, pag, yun nga, nada-down, or I feel like not doing it, meron kasi tayo mga moments na parang ang bigat-bigat ng katawan natin eh, 'di ba? But really, when I do kahit 10-minute ano lang yan, may video ko nung fina-follow for um, dumbbells. After nun, I feel so much lighter. So I really look forward to that feeling. So kapag nilolook forward mo ganung isang bagay, that fuels your motivation, 'di ba? To do it, to start it. Yung ganon. So ang tanong ko sa inyo would be, number one, ano yung habit? Alin dun sa pillar na yon na binanggit ko kanina, yung may challenge ka. So you have to really identify and be clear alin din yung medyo bumababa or hindi mo masyadong nagagawa in terms of intensity and consistency. Okay? And then that's the time that you really have to block it or really put it into your schedule intentionally.
Sabihin sabihin, there's no such thing as, di ba, we have that 6 pillars of wellness. So, kumbaga parang dun sa tatlo dun, sobrang check na check or
Okay.
talagang na-achieve mo siya.
Okay.
Pero yung other 3 is very poor. So,
Aha.
there's no such thing as, babawi na lang ako dito sa pillars na to.
You can actually maintain the first three while you have to talk with your yun nga, the coach or whatnot. Paano mo pa rin siya i-improve yung tatlo. So halimbawa aware ka naman na naku, hindi ko talaga maano to yung sa sleep kasi as of the moment 4 hours lang talaga yung kaya. So magpakahusay ka talaga sa nutrition, sa exercise. Well, I don't know if you can still do at least 30 minutes of exercise kahit ganun yung tulog mo. Depende rin yan sa tao, 'di ba? Kasi minsan, pag sobrang pagod ka na sa work tapos mag-exercise ka, pa saan mo pa huhugutin yung energy na yon? Okay, so, and then the other part, so kung wala ka namang vices, that's good, 100% check. Okay, you have your way of stress management and from time to time, you get to meet other people naman. Then, kung 5 out of 6 yon, let's say sa 6, yung sleep yung hindi mo masyadong ma-perform, somehow naman, kahit pa paano, nakakompensate siya nung,
Oh.
it can, lalo na pag sa nutrition part, hindi ka naman masyadong mga pro-inflammatory food, mga immune boosting. Kasi since bumababa nga, pinapababa ng sleep yung immune system mo. So dapat,
Bawi ka dun
oo,
sa,
immune boosting food ka dito sa
Oo,
nutrition.
oo.
Parang paano mo papalakasin yung pinapababa nito,
Okay.
yung impact nito. So, kung ito, challenge yung weight management mo, alin sa mga food yung would not destroy more of your weight. Ganon siya. I-strategize. So,
Okay. That's good. Kasi akala ko ba kailangan mag-focus ka lang talaga dun sa kailangan mong i-address.
though over time, may goal din na mapunta rin sa 7 hours.
Yeah.
Parang ganon. Yeah. So,
Course.
hindi yung buong buhay natin na by default, ay ganon na talaga eh. Yeah. So,
Kasi
dapat,
lalo na kapag sobrang dami mong inaasikaso, talagang yung sleep, yung last talaga na napaprioritize. So, sobrang hirap for professionals, especially sa freelancers na graveyard shift. Talagang, iba kasi talaga yung quality of sleep kapag sa gabi versus sa araw ka matutulog.
pagka ganun, you also condition, may tinatawag din tayong sleep hygiene. No? Actually, sobrang haba ding usapin yan pagdating sa on our end, no? Ilang upuan. Like, pinapag-usapan din yung setup ng kwarto mo,
Yeah.
lahat ganun. As in, yung mga huling kakainin mo, ano dapat yung food na 2 to 3 hours mo before kainin, what time mo siya kakainin, and yung setup ng bed mo, the curtains, and all, lahat talaga. Kailangan mga melatonin-producing food din, mga ganun. May tinatawag po na sleep hygiene. Probably on the next episode, tackle natin
Yes.
yan.
Mas important yan for freelancers. Lalo na yung mga nagwo-work sa gabi. Like, halimbawa, call center professionals, ganyan. So, yeah. And another question, last few questions na lang naman natitira. Ano yung mga practical and sustainable routine building strategies for career-driven individuals?
Sustainable. So, pag sinabi kasi nating sustainable, dyan na naman papasok yung the right system and habits. So, I think what's sustainable for you is actually very challenging talagang i-ano yan because that is it's relative. Depende dun sa lifestyle ng tao. But so long as you get to mindfully have the non-negotiables. Alright? Dun sa sinabi natin sa pillars of health. And there is the quality and at the same time, the convenience nung particularly dun sa nutrition na part. Like for example, not all the time we get to eat yung fruits and vegetables. No? Kasi some would say na, okay, nagpuprutas gulay naman ako umaga, tanghali, gabi. Okay. Well, that's good. However, kasi there are challenges na rin in terms of acquiring the right micronutrients. That's why, apart from knowing the calories that you need, that's one
Ayan, oo.
per day. So, dun mo kasi malalaman yung macros mo. Okay? The carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So, by default, kung may plato ka na, 1/4 niyan, just by the look of it, syempre, kung busy ka, hindi ka na para magtimbang-timbang. So, yung mental picture na lang po. Okay, ganito na lang. So, look at your plate. 1/4 of that would be your complex carbs. Okay, it can be a size of your fist. Okay, then 1/4 of that would be your lean protein. Ibig sabihin, can be your skinless chicken. Okay, skinless.
O, yung mga
much
breast part. mga
Oo, ganyan. Or kung magtitinola ka or mga afritada, i-remove nyo po muna yung skin before lutuin because that's where more saturated fat is. Ayaw natin yun because it might accumulate more cholesterol build up. And then fish, pork or beef, max 2-3 times a week. Depende po kung may health condition kayo or wala. And then again, yung mga plant-based protein natin, tofu, legumes, meats, and seeds. And then half of your plate, nandun yung ating majority, different vegetables. Kung ano pong mga hilig nyong gulay, go lang. No, fresh fruits, 1 to 2 kinds is okay. And for those na hindi maprutas at gulay, that's where the convenience of micronutrient supplementation will come into place. But make sure also it's pharmaceutical grade para safe po in terms of it will not harm your liver and kidney in the long run. And at the same time, the absorption level is high. So yon, it should always come hand in hand eh. Like, kung titingnan mo yung meal or snack mo, nasan yung macro and micro ko dito? Nasan yung carbs ko ba complex? May fiber ba dito? Yung protein ko ba, hindi ba to prito? Is this lean protein? And do I have fruits and vegetables here? Kung wala, then yun nga, better kung meron. Kung wala, then make sure you have multivitamins, multiminerals,
So it's
multi-antioxidants.
really all about building the habits. Kasi ako nung before, 'di ba, before ako magpa-consult sa about nutrition, hindi talaga ako mindful sa calorie counting until na-educate mo ako about the calorie intake, gaano ba kadaming calories yung by default na
Yeah.
binaburn ng katawan ko versus kung gusto kong mag-lose ng weight, ganito dapat karami yung deficit, parang
Ano
ganon.
din pala, to add on to that, no? 'Di ba sabi natin kanina, pag complex carbs, one fist, pag protein can be one palm average kasi isang ano nito would be like approx no 20 grams of protein. So usual naman sa mga Pilipina like on our height, no? Depende rin kasi yun sa weight, ano mo, etc. and physical activity, nasa 60 to 80. Pero again, depende kung nag-muscle building ka or age
Yeah.
ka or whatnot.
So, kung ano yung goal natin.
Tapos yung gulay can be 2 fists naman yung dami. So yun, just by, and then yung sa fats mo, ito yung thumb, ito yung reference natin for like tablespoon.
So ako, let's say ako, if my goal is to lose weight, when it comes to portioning ng aking plate, so ano dapat yung marami at alin yung maunti?
Yeah, so basically but that's by default eh. Nagkakatalo na lang din sa yun nga, sa quality and quantity. Usually 9-inch plate yung fina-follow natin
Okay.
for that. And just by having your hands approximate, it's a good reference already. Yes, for generally ano no, but meron na lang tayong mga certain food na kailangang i-avoid in particular if may mga health condition. Like may mga chronic kidney disease, definitely much lower yung protein yan. We cannot just go for like one palm size. Mga ganong special cases.
Yeah, all right. And then, so, wala na tayong questions, but to end our, bago natin i-end pala yung episode natin, we would like to hear from you stories naman, mentor MR, or your clients who turned their health around while building their careers.
Oh, sure. Sige. Siguro feature din natin to sa ano no, one of our workshops sa Q1. And then probably okay, so di ko na lang papakita yung face ni Madam,
Yeah.
but this is a result of ano siya. Sige, ang profile ni Ma'am, one of the executives of one of the largest bank here. So, alam niyo na yun. Okay. So, usually, since executive position siya, parang nasa VP level. Marami kasing VPs yung, ano eh, yung company na yun. Usually, sobrang late niya na natatapos. Like 8, 9 p.m. The case of this is that, so she's a mom as well. Okay. And yun nga, super hardworking sa corporate industry. She came because okay yung weight niya. Makikita nyo dito. Okay, so the weight, kaya dito ko ina-emphasize na dapat talaga nagkakaroon tayo ng body composition. So the weight is the right for the height. As you can see guys, it's 53.5. Kung BMI lang ang pag-uusapan natin, if the weight is right for the height, normal. However, dahil we use the body composition analyzer, we checked on the muscle mass, we checked on the body fat, you see the muscle mass is way below what is normal and the body fat as well is above normal. And then, ang concern niya that time, not really for the weight, pero isa yun sa mga nakita nating problem, but more so, I think meron siyang UTI at that time, and then meron kasi, labas-pasok siya sa Makati Med. Yung mga meds niya, hindi na kaya ng oral, more of lahat pinapadaan na lang sa IV, sa suero. So, we have to improve a lot of things, no, nutrition. Yung exercise naman before work kasi yung condo niya is walking distance lang eh sa office niya. So, walang problema masyado yung physical activity. Okay? Though, dinagdagan lang natin ng konti pa kasi hindi naman siya 30 minutes nagbe-brisk walking per day. But anyway, in just 28 days, no, nasa 53 pa din. Pero as you can see guys, it's an intentional one because as you can see here, after just 1 month, nag-improve yung muscle mass and then the body fat decreased. That's the goal. So kumbaga, it looks both 53, but it's a healthier 53. Okay? May iba kasi na-frustrate sila like, ay, okay naman ako sa sa ganitong weight. Kaya lang I would like to decrease more pa. Sabi ko nga, tingnan muna natin yung muscle mass and body fat.
Yeah.
Baka naman maganda na.
Mhm.
Okay?
So
And
it's
or
really
we
not
can get
about
that.
the weight, it's about the
Yes.
body
Body
composition.
composition
Mm-mm.
talaga.
Actually,
Yes.
that's what I've been working on din.
Mm-mm-mm.
Kasi I've lost significant amount of weight over the past
Yes.
3 months. I
Oo.
was at 82
Mm-mm.
kilograms. And then right now, I'm already 68 kilograms. So medyo
Right.
malaki yung drop ng weight. And dun sa pa second month ko while on the program that I'm in,
Mm-mm.
na-conscious ako kasi sa sobrang bilis ng drop ng weight ko, na-conscious naman ako ng paano siya magiging sustainable.
Mhm.
So kaya pina-check ko rin yung sa muscle and fat
Mm-mm-mm.
composition ko. So kumbaga I realized na I realized na doesn't matter kung gaano kalaki yung na-lose mong weight. Ang mahalaga yung composition.
Yes. Dito rin kasi natin malalaman kung mababa yung muscle mass. Oh,
Yeah.
we need to increase pa more protein.
Mm.
Ganon. Tapos, if you increase the muscle mass, then kasi that will help burn more fat naman. So, related kasi sila.
Yan, oo. Kasi yung nung nag-start ako um, with the program, weight loss program,
Mhm.
so sobrang taas ng cholesterol ko,
Yes.
triglycerides, mataas din. Pero yung sugar ko naman is normal, pero papunta na siya sa borderline, parang
Mhm.
ganon. So, kaya, nung naglo-lose na ako ng weight, naging conscious na ako sa calorie counting naman. Eh, ano yung mga kailangan kong i-increase sa protein, mga ganon, para mag-increase naman yung muscle portion ng body ko. So, ayun. It's good.
Yeah,
Diyan
that's
sa
one
client
thing,
mo na
weight
yan,
management.
ano yung mga ginawa ninyo in order to achieve
Yeah,
that?
primarily more of the food intake talaga.
Mhm.
Oo, kasi yung sa exercise, nung nag-okay na yung, bumalik na yung energy and all niya, that's the time pa na we had yung physical activity, madali na siya to follow eh. Kasi nga, yung movement naman niya, meron siyang lakad daily. So, inuna muna talaga namin ayusin like, we gave a lot of nutritionals din sa kanya apart from saying what should be in the food plate. We gave mga probiotics, tamang mga micronutrients, omega-3, very important because when you are in that state of health, of course, matindi talaga yung inflammation and
Inflammation.
chronic inflammation. So you would need omega-3s no, coming from fish oil apart from yung mga salmon. Pero hindi naman kasi lagi din advisable na everyday mag-salmon.
Oo.
Ganyan, the walnut. Those, nagna-nuts naman siya sa table niya kasi it's a desk work din. So we advise that, you put a jar in your pero handful lang yung eat niya per day. Tapos the hydration as well, yung mga ganong bagay. I think we also gave, at that time, grapeseed extract with vitamin C. That helps a lot in terms of proper blood circulation then and all. Kasi syempre pag maghapon kang nakaupo and all that, may tendency na ganun eh. Yung blood vessels natin and all, maapektuhan din.
Yeah.
So both, not much on calorie deficit kasi nga ganun yung state of health niya. More of the quality of food talaga. Nutrient-dense food.
Yeah, kasi if you're gonna be comparing yung before and after niya, same weight,
Oo.
pero different body composition.
Oo. So
So,
more of
more on
sa protein, sa
nutrients.
fiber, ganon, nutrients talaga.
Kailangan
Very,
i-address.
very particular sa nutrients. Di kami nagbawas ng, from ganito, minus 500, no. It's not the priority kasi. Na mag-ano siya. Ang priority is to improve mo, regulate the inflammation ongoing, give the strength back, stronger immune system, stronger gut health primarily. So like, everyday siyang probios noon, probiotics na 12 billion, yung CFU. Mga ganung bagay. So, nung umokay talaga, domino effect kasi siya eh.
Yeah.
Lalo na pag yung gut health mo na ayos.
Important talaga kasi na sa simula pa lang, lalo na kung nasa stage ka na aware ka na you have to do lifestyle changes. You have to have the clarity in mind na nasa anong state na ba ako ng health ko.
Yes, yes.
And then, paano ko malalaman yon? So, doon papasok din talaga yung assessment ng professionals like
Right.
you. So, pwede rin tayong mag-set ng free discovery call with you to
Yes,
do
of
that.
course.
Ayan.
Click on the link there. Kasi naman nila
So, with
ipapost.
Mentora,
With Mentora.
you can have a free consultation or discovery call with Mentor Mary Rose for you to know nasa anong state na ba tayo ng health natin right now and paano natin siya i-address.
Yes.
Right? So, Kasi nga, mahirap naman na maghula lang tayo ng porket
Feeling,
alam mo
feeling lang.
na ano ka, 'di ba, puyat or overweight, ano kailangan nating unahin, right? So, ayan, it's good that we have this kind of opportunities with Mentora para naman mas maging accessible sa atin yung first step to change our lifestyle. So, ayan, and in closing, um, paano natin to i-close?
Ang sabihin natin.
Build your health like a business. How minutes can start? Ayan, so,
Final words,
mentor,
Char.
yeah, final words for our mentees, especially sa mga mentees natin, and also with our Mentora inner circle. How can we build our health like a business?
Okay. So, number one, acknowledge that all of us deserve really a better quality of life. Sabi nga, ang isang building, hindi yan maglalast without the proper foundation. Okay? So, even Shinkitan, kilala natin siya, di ba? One of the financial gurus here in the Philippines. Nasa isa sa mga libro niya yan. Parang na-create siya ng pyramid ba yun or something. Foundation talaga of everything is health. Because yung pagtakbo, tamang pag-iisip, the energy, the immune system, and everything, lahat yan yung pinanggagalingan ng ideas mo, ng execution mo, ng actions mo. And if the foundation is weak, eventually, the whole building will collapse, right? With all the problems and challenges. And it comes in many forms na hinahandle natin in business, career, or profession. You all want na mabilis lahat, di ba? Maliwanag yung pag-iisip mo, right? And all that. So, number one, acknowledge, okay, that you deserve really na magkaroon ng quality life kahit na busy ka. Okay? And if you can put systems, strategies, and goals sa business mo, why not sa sarili mo muna?
Yes.
Okay? So, I think we just have to borrow and acknowledge also na meron na rin naman talaga tayong certain level of discipline na ginagawa sa ibang bagay. So, you just need to address and acknowledge na, disiplina naman pala ako sa, let's say, on that particular area ng ano mo, ng kung ano man yung routine mo sa business or career mo. And then, follow that.
Imi-mirror mo
Yeah,
lang siya.
i-mirror mo lang. Associate that level of discipline, of consistency. Kasi I believe hindi mo naman na-achieve yung certain level ng goal mo or kung ano man na-achieve mo sa business or career mo ng basta-basta lang. You performed a certain level of,
Yes.
habits, strong habits, discipline, consistency. Nandyan yan. And you really put your mind into it. So why not, 'di ba? You associate that kind of behavior into yung habits mo naman sa health mo. Because I believe na lalo na pag napag-jive mo yun, you are able to put that into your system, the more actually na 10x mo yung result dun sa business or career mo. Yan. And I really pray no, that you get to figure that out with the help of Mentora.
Mentora, yes. So if you want to get or if you want to have a discovery call with mentor Mary Rose, then you can go to mentora.theplaygroundph.co and apply as a mentee. All you just have to do is to fill out the form and schedule the discovery call with Mentor MR. Ayan. So thank you so much, Mentor, for being here with us in this episode. And I'm really glad na napag-usapan nating lahat ng all about health and wellness when it comes to building your career as well. So we will talk more about it kasi we are planning to have a workshop in January 2026. So kaya very important talaga yung mga workshop na ganyan kasi
Exciting yun.
yes.
And we will have interactive sessions as well. Pwede nating mag-incorporate tayo ng culinary medicine techniques.
Oh,
Yan.
that's
Para
nice.
mas ano.
I'm looking forward.
Yes. Oo. Ako din excite actually when I had that. So, i-implement natin yun dito sa Lipa.
Ayan. All right. Thank you so much, Mentor MR, and we'll see you on our next episode. Bye.